Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the final Oracle Epics Officers JPAC session of 2025. We had such an amazing sessions throughout the year. We spoke about various integrations, generative AI with Apex, and a lot of amazing features in 2025, right? So now, as for the final session, we are coming up with a lot of cool demos. Stay tuned for that. And to give a quick introduction, imagine capturing a conversation. For example, I'm in Zoom meeting. I would like to capture the conversation, gather insights about that, gather the emotions, and gain insights using a generative AI and whatever you spoke, you need to get insights about that. Today's session is exactly what it is about. We'll explore how Oracle Apex, OCI AI services, and generative AI work together to turn audio into actionable insights, which you can use it later for your taskmaster. You want to become a taskmaster, you want to gather some insights, you can leverage this application. We are joined today by two amazing speakers from the Oracle Apex product management team. Please welcome Ankita Berry and Santosh Kumar. Ankita Berry serves as a senior product manager at the Oracle Apex product team with over 7 years of experience in the tech industry. She is responsible for key product management activities that contribute to the growth of the product. Along with that, Ankita also leads the Apex at University initiative, ensuring that graduating students possess a solid understanding of Oracle Apex, the product we all love. Now, accompanied by Ankita, we have Santosh Kumar, who is a senior manager in the Oracle Apex product management team. He will start by walking us through the use case, explaining the application, and how the integration works. After that, we will move into the actual live demo where Ankita will showcase how easy and fast it is to build an audio analysis application with the help of Apex. Without further ado, I'll be handing it over to Santosh. Santosh, I'm stopping my screen share and you can start.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Rupesh. Hi, all. Good morning and good evening, wherever you're from. So, as Rupesh has already mentioned, in this session, we'll try to see how we can use OCI AI services with Apex. So, even before starting with the demonstration, let us uh, think about a use case. Let us say you have a use case where you have a sales rep, and sales reps usually reaches out to customers for specific opportunities, and every opportunity or every discussion with the customer will be recorded. And once the discussion or the call with the customer is completed, he has to generate a minutes of meeting, and then he has to send that to either customer or to his executives. At the same time, if he wants to summarize it, he has to again summarize that entire thing apart from the MOM. And if at all there is an executive who wants to see, let us say for a particular opportunity, there are multiple calls which happens between the customer and the sales executives. And if your executive wants to see how is the sentiment of the customer with respect to that particular opportunity, depending on every call, you can again use an OCI AI service there. So in simple, once you have a recording of a call, a particular call, it can be a Zoom recording, it can be an audio file, it can be a video file. You can leverage OCI Oracle Apex as an application where you can upload these recordings, and you can integrate Apex with AI services like speech to text, where it will transcribe the text from your speech, and then we can leverage other OCI AI services to do summarizing and to generate minutes of meeting. So in this session today, Ankita will demonstrate on how you can achieve all these things in a simple way. Over to you, Ankita.
So now I will be demonstrating the use case which Santosh has mentioned. So you can see that this is a CRM application. So here what sales representative can do, he can come and upload a recording. So this is the particular opportunity, and this is the Oracle Apex opportunity where I'm going to upload a recording. So this is the upload button where I will upload a recording. So I already have this recording with me, and then I will click on submit. So upon clicking on submit, what will happen? It will upload into OCI object storage. The recording will be stored there, and then it will store the file details into local user table called file upload. Then the REST API will be invoked, that is speech to text. So it will fetch the transcription using that REST API. Then the fourth process is where the response will be passed. So you can see that file has been uploaded. So let me show you the backend, how I have implemented this. So I will go to page 14, page 23. Then here I have created one process, that is process speech. So here you can see that I have taken the process type as execution chain and I have created 4 process. So what will happen? It will trigger the process one by one. First it will upload the file into OCI object storage. So this is the process which I have written. So for using the select statement, I will fetch the file name and the uploaded file from the temp files. So you can see that Apex application temp files is the temporary view where you can store your files using the page item called file upload. Then we have, then I'm creating the rest URL. So using application settings, I'm creating it. So what are application settings? Application settings is the like where you can configure your details, application details. Like I'm using OCI object base URL, which you can change dynamically. Like for different, you might have pages where using this URL in many pages. So you can use this application settings. So I've created 4 application settings for that. We have configured the namespace name, bucket name of my OCI object storage. After that, I'm calling the Apex web service. That is to store the file into the OCI object storage. So here I have used the put method. Then I'm using the credentials, web credentials. So what are web credentials? Like where you can I have taken the type as OCI native authentication. Where from my OCI account, I have downloaded the API key and I have configured that into web credentials. So this is how you can upload your file into OCI object storage. Then the next process is I'm uploading the I'm inserting the file details into file upload table. Why I'm doing that? So that I can see here which file has been uploaded. So this is a simple insert statement. Then the third one is, which is the most important, that is speech to text REST API. So I have used the REST API. So let me show you how I have configured that. So I will go to my shared components. Then under data sources, you will see REST data sources. Then I have configured OCI speech to text. So here I have used the REST API, which is required for speech to text. So you can find it under your OCI API documentation. So this is the REST API which I'm using. So here you can see that transcription job. So first I need the transcription job ID to fetch the details from the recording which I have uploaded. So here I have selected the credentials, web credentials, and I'm using the post operation for this REST API. So if I click on post operation, so you can see that I have pasted one request body template, so which is required for this API. Again, you can see that I have used some substitution strings like bucket name, namespace name. So why I'm using this? So that I can dynamically pass the values. And if I will click on synchronize with body, it will automatically create the operation parameters for me. So you can see that it has created 6 parameters for me, which I have used in this body template. Additionally, I have created 2 more operation parameters. One is content type, where from which I will get the response in JSON format. Then the other one is response, where the response will be stored. So this is how I have created the REST data source for speech to text REST API. Again, I will go back to my page where I have created this process. So this is the process. The type I have taken as invoke API, then the setting type as REST source. Then I've taken the name, which REST source name, OCI speech to text, and I'm taking the post operation. If you expand this process, you will see all the parameters which are required for this REST API. So in bucket name, I'm using the application setting, which I have told you earlier. So I'm getting the value from that application settings. Same for compartment ID. Then for language, I'm using English language. So according to a requirement, you can select any language. of your choice. Then again, for namespace name, I'm using the application settings. Object name is the name of the file name, which you have to give. Then the prefix is the one where the output will be stored. It is the location. Then the response, where you want the response. So I want in the page item, so I'm storing the response in application item. So I have used application settings, but you can also use page items to dynamically pass the values. But for my convenience, I have used the application setting. Then the last process is where I'm passing the response of speech to text. So here you can see that I only want 3 columns from the response. One is the transcription job ID, which I will be using in the automation. Using the automation, I will fetch the transcription from the recording. Then the transcription ID prefix, and the third one is life cycle state. So what is life cycle state? It will give you the status of your recording, whether the transcription has been fetched or not. So if I go to my front end and refresh it, you can see the succeeded message. So this is the life cycle state. Then the last thing what I'm doing, I'm storing all these details into a table called OCI Speech, so that I can fetch the transcription text in my Apex application. So these are these 4 processes I have created, which will be triggered one by one. So after that, what I have done, I have created one automation. So for that, you need to go to your shared components. Then under workflows and automations, you will see the option called automation. So I've created one automation fetch transcription. So what this automation will do, it has been scheduled for every 2 minutes. Like it will run after every 2 minutes. So what it is doing, so I have taken one action where it is fetching the transcription from the REST API, which I have invoked. So when I invoke that REST API, I receive the transcription job ID, which I'm using in this URL. After getting the transcription job ID, what it will do, it goes to the AI service, but that works asynchronously. But it won't give you output immediately. It will take some time to fetch the detail from the transcription. So for that, I'm using the web service to get the result of the transcription from the recording. So I've used the method called get, and again same thing, web credentials. So this is how you can fetch the transcription from the recording. So this step is mandatory because we need to fetch the transcription. So you can see that my file has been uploaded. So if I click on this file, you will first see the preview of the yeah, you will see the preview of the file. Like if you want to see the for example, if you want to hear the recording again, you can see it here. Then the second tab is transcription, which has been fetched from the recording which I have uploaded. So this is the transcription. Then I have also added 3 more features. That is meeting minutes, then summarized transcription, and the last one is sentiment analysis. So we are now getting into the insights, like we using the transcription, we will generate the meeting minutes. Then we can also summarize the transcription and get the sentiment of that transcription. So if I click on meeting minutes, so here you can see that I've given one page item called custom format. Why I've given that? You might be talking to your executives. They want meeting minutes in a custom format. So for example, I only want key points and conclusion. Then I will click on generate meeting minutes. What it will do, it will fetch the key points and the conclusion from the transcription. So I will show you later how I have created this, implemented this. So it will take few seconds. Yeah. So here you can see that it has fetched the key points from the transcription and has given the conclusion. So this is how you can generate meeting minutes. For example, you don't want you don't have any format. You just want the meeting minutes. So you can click on generate minutes. Generate meeting minutes. I have given one default prompt in which format it will give the response. So the next one is summarized transcription. So for example, you might have talked to your customer for long hours, like 1 to 2 hours. So you only want the summary of that call. So what you can do, you can click on summarize. It will give you the summary of your transcription. So I've clicked on it. It will now give me the summary of that transcription. Now the last one is sentiment analysis. So you might be talking to a customer, but you don't know whether you will get this opportunity or not. But using this functionality, you can check whether it is the best opportunity or not, whether the probability is 100% or 50%, or you can check you can check according to that. So if I click on analyze sentiment of the transcription, it will give me the tone of that transcription. So PO means it is positive. So in sentiment analysis, you will get three types of tone, that is positive, negative, and mixed. So this one is the positive one. So now let me show you how I have implemented these three features. So I will go to page 25. So this is the process which I have created for meeting minutes. So first, I have given the message like if transcription is there, then only it will generate the meeting minutes. Otherwise, it will give you a notification. Please select a transcription. Then here you can see that by default, I have given one prompt. Like if you don't have any custom format, then by default it will give in this format. And I'm using this function called Apex AI dot generate. So vprompt is the format which we are giving, and this one is the generative AI. Like you need to configure your generative AI service. So I've configured the generative AI service. That is the static ID for that generative AI service, which I'm calling here. So this is how you can generate meeting minutes using this API, Apex AI dot generate. Then I talked about summarizing the transcription. So for that, I have used dynamic action. So in 24.2 version, we got a new feature called generate text with AI. So here you can see that I have taken the action as generate text with AI, and I have configured the generative AI. So let's see how I have configured this. So if I go to AI configuration, you will find this option under shared components, generative AI, then AI configuration. So I've given some name like summarize transcription or whatever you like you can give. Then I've selected the generative AI, that is Santosh. Uh, that is the static ID of my generative AI. I've given some system prompt. Then I've created one RAG source using the SQL query. So let me show you how I have created this. So I've given some name. I've selected the source as SQL query because I was storing the transcription text into the table called OCI speech. So it is fetching the details from the OCI speech, and it will give the transcription text for the particular file which has been selected. So here I'm selecting this file, so it is automatically taking that file and giving the summary of the transcription. I have selected only one column because I only want transcription text, nothing else. Let's go back to our page again. Then the last one is sentiment analysis for transcription. Again, for that, I have used execution chain because there are 2-3 processes which I want to be triggered one by one. So first I'm inserting the transcription text into my sentiment results table. This is my table. Then again, I have used invoke API. I have used REST API for that. Let's go to our REST API again for sentiment analysis. So REST data sources, then REST data sources, sentiment analysis. So here you can see that I have used the REST API, which is required for sentiment analysis. That is batch detect language sentiment. And I have used post operation. Again, I have given the request body template for this REST API. So here again, I have used the request body as a substitution string. And if I click on synchronize with body, it will automatically create the operation parameter for me. But additionally, I have created 3 more operation parameters. One is level. So here you can see that I have given sentence. So what will happen? It will check the tone of every sentence. It will check every sentence of the transcription. Then response, where I will get the response. And the request body is the transcription text. And the content type is in the response which you will get in JSON format. And again, let's go back to our page. Then the third process is parsing the sentiment. So now I want my sentiment of the transcription. So I'm updating the sentiment of the transcription into the table called sentiment results, which you can see it here. This is this one. So this is how I have implemented a whole use case. If you have any questions, you can ask. Also, one thing, if you are using the meeting minutes, you can also add one more feature called send email process. So for example, if you want to send your meeting minutes to your executive, you can just create a button and create a process and click on that button. It will send the meeting minutes to your executives. So you can also add that feature. And for example, I don't want this format, I can just click on default one, which I have given. It will generate that meeting minutes. So now it will show the default one. You can change, update it according to your requirement. So this was the format which I have given. So it is giving in that default format. So for the sentiment, I'm storing the response into the table. Let me show you. So that was sentiment results table. And here you can see the sentiment that is positive. This is for particular this opportunity recording. Yeah, that's all for my use case. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Uh, there are a couple of questions on the chat. Ankita, I'll go one by one and we can, if you have query answers, we can go through that.
Okay.
So the first question is about from an anonymous attendee. It will be always nice to know the name, but is there a way to give feedback for the transcription generated?
Yeah, you can use that function that is apex AI.generate. So using that, you can give the feedback.
Okay. So you can still use the same API
Yeah.
configured and we can give the feedback back. Thank you. And second question is from Mario. I used to like the game growing up a lot. Thank you. It's sentiment text analysis, right? Is not taking in consideration the voice signal, pitch, tone, arousal, and frequency when detecting sentiment. Is it going to take all of them?
No, it will only take the sentence or the words. So these two things it takes. Nothing
Okay,
else.
basically how the sentence is in a formal tone or a root tone or whatever it is, it's going to take that. Thank you. I think Santosh is answering the question. We'll come back to that later. Does it allow external AI speech APIs from an anonymous attendee again?
Yes, it does allow.
Sure. Since as Apex is a low-code technology, we provide we as long as your APIs are REST and SOAP based, you can configure it in Apex. Thank you. And one more question from the anonymous attendee. Amazing to see so many questions. Hi, thanks for the webinar. Uh, not a technical person. Okay. It seems like the sentiment analysis is based on text, but in the high context culture, some communications are not explicit. Like in some countries, our communication tends to be highly contextual to give the conversation harmony. How would you perform different polite agreement versus actual? How it is different from sales intelligence tools like Going On or Read AI? I think I'll take this. Sorry. This question is mainly focused on the say sentiment analysis team, not for the Apex team. Basically, you can customize the way you do the sentiment analysis. They have, Ankita, please correct me if I'm wrong. You can customize it, you can train it as per your requirement. That is possible with all OCI AI services. And
Yeah.
second question, how it is different from sales intelligence tools like Gong or Read AI. So we are basically showing a way to integrate Apex with various AI services. I think Ankita can answer more about this.
Yeah, so for sentiment analysis, you can only see check with the sentence level and only the words level. So there are only two. So it won't check anything else. It will only check the tone. What is the tone of the sentence? What is the tone of the words? So that two things it takes.
Thank you. That is done. Next question is from Srinu Shadab. I can I transcribe the record without OCI?
No. So you can do it, but here I'm using the OCI services. So you can use other services as well.
Okay, the current implementation is, please correct me. The current implementation is about integrating OCI services, speech service, and sentiment analysis with Apex. If you want to do it, you can. There are some APIs, third-party APIs also available. You can leverage that. We answered this question already. Thank you. And this is also done. The next question is from Srinivas Ikuru. Can we integrate this API in on-prem Apex instance?
Yes, you can do it. You have to use REST API to invoke on your on-prem Apex instance.
Thank you. Next question is from Dinesh Kumar. When the transcription can be stored while we watching the video, or it can be, or is it stored already?
No, so there is, as I told you, like if you when you start invoking your REST API, first it will fetch the transcription job ID. So in the backend, it will go to the AI service, then it will start fetching the speech, but it will take some time because recording might be long, like 1 to 2 hours. So it will take some time. So after that, you can use another REST API that will be with a method called get. So using the transcription job ID, you can fetch the details. So it will take some time. It won't directly come into your application.
And also, you can use background jobs or
Yeah, automation.
automations to do it. Thank you. Next question. I think this is a follow-up question from Praduman Kadam. Are there free AI available which we can use to configure with such effective responses? Basically, does OCI AI speech comes with free trial? Yes, you can use OCI AI speech with free trial or with the credits that you get when you consume this one. You can definitely leverage that. And the last question, we still have a lot of time left. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to post it in the Q&A section, not in the chat. Last question is from Balmurugan. When there are multiple people involved in the recording, will it be able to identify who is speaking what?
Yeah, so there is one other API which is available for AIs. I think it is voice recorder or something, which from where it can fetch who is speaking. So for that, there is another REST API available in OCI services.
Okay. Question from Jesper Apps. Can you please post it in the Q&A so we can keep track of everything in the same place? Next question is from Philip Alvarez. Is it possible to use diarization with OCI speech?
Yeah, it is available. It is possible to do that, but I think I need to check that how to do this.
Thank you. Okay. Now we can see the anonymous attendee question again. Thank you. Can we connect Fusion with Apex and access the data through query tables directly rather than using REST APIs? I think this is not related to the session topic, but Fusion does not allow you to install Apex on top of it. So you want to extend the Fusion, you have to use REST APIs or BOSS APIs. Maybe Santosh can add more there, but technically we cannot install Apex or any other software directly on Fusion database.
Yeah, so to answer that, you can, with 24.2 release of Apex, we have extended the capability of how you can easily integrate Fusion with Apex. So using that, you can build an extension for your Fusion application in Apex. And as Apex can integrate to any of the OCI AI services, as Ankita has demonstrated, you can build a custom application using Apex, which would be an extension for your Fusion. And to add on to what Ankita has answered for the question of Balamurgan with respect to multiple peoples involved in the recording, as Ankita has mentioned, we have an AI service, which is again an OCI AI service, which is called speaker diarization, using which you will be able to identify multiple people which are present in the recording.
Thank you. From Jesper Apps, thank you for posting here. Can voice to text be used to build custom application? And can it be used to configure Oracle Fusion applications?
Yeah, it is possible. You can create a custom application based on voice to text.
Okay. Okay. I think. So, okay, we'll come back to next question. How from Kali? How accurate the sentiment analysis and how do you measure the accuracy?
So for every OCI AI service, there will be something called as accuracy, which would be the output, which will show to what extent it is accurate, 90%, 95% kind of thing. So accordingly, based on your accuracy, you can choose the models which you are using for that particular use case.
Thank you. The confidence score you're talking, right?
Exactly.
Thank you. And we're getting such an amazing questions from anonymous attendee. It will be very nice to know your name. Thank you. From anonymous attendee again, does this also translate? As in, if the video is in a different language, does it translate that to English?
Yeah, it will. As I shown you, like you can select the language with whatever language you want. You can select it. I've selected English. That's why it was showing in English. There are many languages available for that translation. So you can select of your choice.
Thank you. Next question is for me, I guess. I joined a little late. Sorry for that, Vibhu. Can you please show the running demo again? Not right now, but what we are going to do, we are going to upload the recording soon to the JPAC Office Hours page or to our YouTube playlist. You can go ahead and watch the recording again. The next question is from Vinod R. For multiple people involved in the recording, how will it identify name of the person?
It won't identify the name of the person. It will check the tone of the person. If there are different people, it will give check the tone and give you the output according to the tone only. So in recording there might be 4 different tones. It will give you a response according to that, but it won't tell you who is the person, the name of the person.
Thank you. And question from anonymous attendee. Can we connect Fusion with Apex and access the data through query tables directly rather than using APIs? I think we already answered this question and I did share some couple of links for your reference. Please go through the links where we mentioned about how to use APIs. Like you cannot directly create tables. Santosh already answered that, but you can use REST APIs and BOSS APIs. Please go ahead and check the links. Okay, from Jasper Apps. Jasper Apps, thank you. Do we have standard plugin to connect with Microsoft Teams? No. Right now, no. Maybe we might come up with some integrations, but right now, no. Thank you. Philip, okay, it looks like I'm reading the questions again, but no. Is it possible to transcribe audio that contains multiple languages?
Yes, it is possible. You can also select multiple languages. Like I have only select one, you can also select multiple, and it will fetch accordingly. So it
OCI Speech API has a option to select multi-language.
yes.
Thank you. Balmurugan, again, thank you. Are there any restriction based on the region to avail the OCI AI services?
Yeah, that you need to check the documentation, OCI API documentation.
Yes. It might be available in certain regions, and the speech team might be planning to deploy in other regions soon. Please check out the documentation from the OCI speech team to find out more about that. And there's a big name, Audrey. Thank you for the question. Can you please tell the scope and opportunities of Oracle Apex? Santosh, will you like to take this, or
Sure. Can you repeat the question? Which one?
can you please tell the scope and opportunities of Apex?
Yeah, so I guess I'm assuming that Audra is new to Apex. So Apex is a low-code application platform you can use to build any kind of application. So if you have seen the use case for this particular demonstration, so that would be again, or the application if you have seen, Ankita has built a CRM application, and we have taken only part of that for today's demonstration, where you can use a speech, you can upload a recording of a particular call and get lots of insights with respect to what exactly is happening in that entire call. So not only that, you can build any kind of application using Apex. So there are lots and lots of opportunities. Probably you may have to, you can search for the Oracle Apex use cases or go through our documentation where we have a couple of customer stories as well, which says what are the kind of applications they have built. And you can even search for sample apps which are built with Apex.
Thank you, Santosh. We're done with that. And is it possible for an AI agent to access and modify components within an application? Not for an AI agent. Okay, I'll take the answer since not an AI agent. Apex comes with a lot of AI features out of the box, like create an application with the help of AI. We call it as we included Apex Assistant across the product, across the development environment as well. If you want to, for example, if you want to write some SQL, PL, SQL, you can use Apex Assistant in code editors, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You can use it in code editors. You can create data model. You can create applications. You can create chatbots for your end users. You can do all those things easily without writing any code. Just configure any AI like OCI Generative AI or OpenAI or Cohere, and you can start asking Apex to do the task for you. But not an agent right now. No. Is there any real-time speech transcript available? Yes. Kita can take maybe, but yes.
Yeah, but for that you need to record it. So again, for that, an API is available, OCI AI service, which you can use. Like you can on that recording button, and it will give you the transcription. So yeah, it is possible.
Thanks.
It is available.
OCI speech also comes with live transcription. You can leverage that and you can find a workaround for that. And from Jesper Apps, will Apex understand? First things first, Apex should always be in the capital letters. Will Apex understand the slang? Means if we are talking about Arabic, in every country, Arabic spoken differently.
I think it depends upon the tone. How is the tone? So
Maybe this is a good question for the speech team than for us. Yeah. Thank you. And the question, I think we're getting a lot of questions. Thank you, Jesperas, for correcting it. I'm using JavaScript to get the audio, save it, and pass it to Analyze. Is there any process where I can bypass saving audio file and send? I don't know. Okay.
I'll
Yeah, please, Santosh, take it.
Yeah, I'll take that up. So we have an option where you can achieve these things with any of the OCI AI services when you are integrating it with Apex in three ways. One, you can upload it into the first option is you can upload from your application itself, you can upload the file onto object storage and give that reference to your AI service to analyze it. Two, you can upload it onto object storage from the backend and then give the give that file reference to your AI service. 3 is where if you have seen Ankita use something called as Apex application temp files, which is a view. So you can place your audio file there. If you don't want to save it to object storage, you just place your file there or in a temporary location. And all the AI service needs is a location from where it has to get the recording to process it. So you can achieve that without saving as well, as long as you are able to provide the location.
Okay, thank you. I think considering the time, we'll be closing with the five, six questions that we have here, and we'll take any more questions offline as well. And the question from Sparsha pertaining to meeting minutes, would it be possible to just mention a keyword and fetch all the details associated from the recording?
Yeah,
It could be the crux also.
yeah, it is possible. You can give anything, it will give you the result. So it is basically like a chat GPT only. You're asking something in Crux only and it gives you output. So it will give you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's possible.
Thanks, Ankita. Next question is from Pushpita Naik. Can we write complex queries in Apex like my PL SQL code containing 2K lines of code? Yes, why not? At the end of the day, Oracle Apex sits on your Oracle DB. You can write your PL SQL code. You can ask Apex Assistant to do that. Yes, it is possible. And the next question, any future plans of Apex Assistant will create full-fledged Apex application configurations like web development application tools like Lovable, etc. Considering the scope of this session, we'd like to keep only with Apex and OCI Speech integrations. But we do have, thanks Yashwinder, we do have amazing plans in the roadmap where you can create applications and you can follow up for more webinars. We did cover in multi-city event and across the globe. We're coming up with Apex Lang, which you can leverage in the future releases in the roadmap, which you can leverage to create your applications from a natural language prompt. Basically, kind of vibe coding, you can do that. Apurva, thank you. Santosh, thank you. I'm leaving questions from Anonymous and Nisha Mahapatra. The questions from Audrey, thank you again. How much Oracle Java is used for the development of Apex? I would
No.
say zero.
Yes, 0.
You don't need Java at all. So Apex is a low-code application development platform or AI application, AI generation platform. So you don't need any Java at all for creating your applications. From question from Srinivas, by any chance, is there a plan to integrate Apex with the voice module, like creating an application using commands in the nearby future? There are amazing plans in the roadmap. Stay tuned to our social media posts and all those things for more details, or join us in any of the in-person events. Thank you. Question from Vinod R. I think I'll close with Vinod and Ravi's question. Vinod R, location of the file is enough. It is not necessary that it should be in object storage in my... Yeah, please, Ankita.
No, for OCI, like if you want to, yeah, it is not important that you should store in OCI object storage, but I'm using OCI AI services. That's why I've used that. So, and I think for speech to text, it is mandatory because from there only it will fetch the file and give you the transcription. So that's why we are using that. So yeah, it is important.
Thank you. Okay, considering the time, we'll take all the questions offline. Thanks a lot, Ankita and Santosh, for some amazing integrations. So it was an amazing, insightful session. We'll be coming up with the recording soon for everyone. You guys can go ahead and watch the recording and implement it in your real-time use cases. So to proceed further, what I would, before we close, I'd like to share a couple of things. There were some questions about what is the scope of the product and how to learn Apex easily, right? How can you become a pro level Apex developer? So we do provide a comprehensive training and certification program for you. Training is completely free. You don't need to go and do any payment for your training, which is completely free. We call it as professional learning path. We also have foundations and AI learning paths as well available for you. Please do visit apex.oracle.com/go/professional for your professional learning path or professional AI learning path for everything together at the same place. So as of now, as you can see the number highlighted in bold here in yellow here. As of last month, this month the count is increased again. As of last month, we have 23,000 plus certified developers available across the globe. There are a lot of developers who are yet to take the exam, but 23,000 certifications are already done. If you want to get certified, please visit the same portal which I mentioned, apex.oracle.com/go/professional-AI-LP. Get yourself certified, go through the course, and become an amazing Apex developer just by going through the course, which comes with the hands-on labs as well. And the next questions mostly are about where can I find? There are in whole 2025 we had around 7 to 8 amazing office hour sessions. We missed watching this. No problem, we got you covered. Anytime you missed any office hours, you can just visit apex.oracle.com/go/playlist/JPAC, or simply Google Oracle Apex Office Hours JPAC. You will see the complete list of playlist. You can go over and watch the recordings anytime. There is no subscription, there is nothing. It is uploaded to YouTube. You can just go ahead and watch all the recordings. Thank you. And finally, but not the least, if you're interested, for example, you have some amazing solutions that you have developed, or your organization has developed some beautiful integrations around anything, be it AI integrations or machine learning integrations or graph integrations or anything that you build unique solution with the help of the product, and if you would like to share it with the community, you can always reach out to us. We can go over the demos and schedule an office hours with the implementations. So in order to reach out, please reach out at Oracle Application Express underscore www@oracle.com. You can always send an email. We can go over your implementations and schedule this. Looking forward to see amazing demos from the community that we have. So with that, we are done. Thanks a lot for joining the session. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. The recordings will be uploaded soon to our playlist page. Thank you.